So what's your $1 million health metric? So let me explain. So Xavier Worthy, in the last couple days at the NFL Combines, equaled an all-time record in the 40-yard dash. He ran a 4.21, which is crazy, unheard of speed. Well, originally he was slated to go possibly the end of the first round at best, but more likely into the second round, which, he wasn't that talked about. And if you read the stat sheet on him, he had some other things some concerns. Well, in that one amazing performance, the metric of unreal speed, now they're projecting him to go possibly in the top 3 to 4 receivers picked well in the first round. Well, that's millions of dollars difference in potential pay, and millions of dollars difference in what teams are willing to invest in him, potentially in the likelihood of him being successful in the NFL. Well, why is that? Okay, because of his position, they know that one of the most critical things for them in the single metric is speed. And he's proven that he has unreal amounts of that. And they know that's something that they can mold and work with. And he's got a bigger chance of being successful over the long haul. Doesn't mean for sure that he will, but it does mean that he's got a key critical physical attribute that makes him more likely to be successful in the future. So the question I would ask, and it's different for different positions, right? Linemen need to be bigger and quick. Quarterbacks need to be able to think very well. So whatever it is that your specific role, position, or said differently, the thing that you want to either avoid or move towards, you have to have that certain prerequisite. So I'll give you some examples. And it also depends on what are you more motivated for? Do you want to avoid an injury? Do you want to avoid a problem that maybe someone in your family or your parents had? For instance, a degenerated hip, a worn out hip. Well, there's certain prerequisites that you have to have that make you more likely to be able to sidestep that problem later in life. Well, what is that? Mobility, strength. That hip has to have good mobility. It has to have a certain amount of strength because that's how it handles forces, and you're less likely to wear out your hip cartilage. Also, nutrition. There's other factors that part that, but there are critical key metrics that make you more likely to be able to avoid that issue. Or on the other end of that, maybe you're motivated more towards where you want to go and what you want to be able to do. Well, if as time passes, you want to be able to continue to live a physically active life, play tennis, those sorts of things, well, there are certain $1 million performance metrics that you have to meet in order to make that more likely. Well, it's mobility, certain amount of posture, good postural control, decent core, have a certain, your balance needs to be sufficient. You need to have a certain amount of coordination. So there are certain prerequisites that make you more likely to be successful at staying and continuing to do the things that you love to do over the long haul. So what I would tell you is figure out what your $1 million health metric is for the goals that you have, the problems you want to avoid, and the things that you want to do as time passes. Figure out what that is. Get a professional to help you figure out what that is. And again, they're different, just like wide receivers need a certain amount of certain characteristics. Same way with humans. Your body type, your needs, your goals, things you want to avoid. Figure out what your key performance metric, $1 million metric that's going to make all the difference and give you a good chance at really being successful in your life and your life journey. It's all about our life wellness journey, staying healthy, feeling good, experiencing what we want, and staying away from the problems we don't want. And that takes performance metrics. That takes certain values that you just have to have. If it's exercising, if it's a physical attribute, whatever it is. But give some thought and figure out what that one thing is. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening, everybody, and keep on thriving. And have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.